Hello, Vinaka students. Today we'll be presenting on lab 2.7.6 Packet Tracer implement basic connectivity. Double click on the link on the labs. And here's your setup. Your address table is here. Device, switch 1 and switch 2. VLAN 1 on interface, an IP address, the subnet masks for each switch 1 and switch 2. PC1 and PC2, PC1 and PC2. Objectives: perform a basic configuration on switch 1 and switch 2. Part 2, configure the PCs. Part 3, configure the switch management interface. So this is a background. In this activity, you will first create a basic switch configuration. Then you will implement basic connectivity by configuring IP addressing on switches and PCs. When the IP addressing configuration is complete, you will use various commands to verify the configuration and use the ping command to verify connectivity between devices. Part 1, perform a basic configuration on switch 1 and switch 2. Complete the following steps. Step 1, configure switch 1 with the host name. And click on S1 and the CLI tab. CLI tab, press enter. Right. Set it to switch 1. Enable config key host name. Set it to S1. See, already set your host name to S1. Use Cisco for the console password. Line VTY 0. Password Cisco. Right. Use class for the privileged execution mode password. Enable secret. And you put in the class as your password. How can you verify that both passwords were configured correctly? ND, you run a show run. Your password, line VTY 0, your password is Cisco, and your enable secret is class. Okay, move on to use an appropriate banner text to warn unauthorized users access. The following text is an example. Okay. Config terminal. Then you put in your banner MOTD. Open. And copy. Paste it here. With close. Enter. Right. Save the configuration file to NVRAM. So copy END and copy, run, start. Set. Already saved. Okay, move on to repeat steps 1 to 5 for switch 2. Okay, you can close switch 1, go on to switch 2. Enable config. Set your host name to S2 as it is here. Right. Use Cisco as line VTY. Sorry, line console 0. Set it to Cisco. Good. Cisco. And you move on to enable. Secret. You put in class. Right. You put this one first. Banner. MOTD. Banner message of the day. Open the thing. And you paste in your text. Close it again. Enter. Which command is used to accomplish this step? So end and pop run start to save your configuration to NVRAM. Right. Show run. So your running configuration. You already set your banner message of the day. Line console password is Cisco. And your enable secret class. Okay, move on. Configure the PCs. Configure PC1 and PC2 with IP address. Close this one too. Open PC1. Configuration. Set your IP version 4 here. 192.168.1.1 for PC1. 192.168.1.1. Subnet masks. Static. 192.168.1.1. Subnet masks. Close it. Set this one to PC2. Set the PC2. 192.168.1.2. 255, 255, 255. Close this one too. Right. Ready. Configure PC1 and PC2. Repeat step 1 and B for PC2. Test connectivity for switches. Click PC1. Close the ipconfig file when it's open. In the desktop tab, click command prompt. Command prompt, this one. Type ping. Ping 192.168.1.253. Enter. Were you successful? If it's successful, then explain. But this one, request timeout. Request timeout. Okay, why is timeout? It's timeout because you never set it, the IP address to the two switches. Okay, switch 1 and switch 2. Okay. Configure the switch management interface for switch 1 and switch 2 with an IP address. Okay, click on switch 1. Configure terminal. Put on interface VLAN 1. This one. Int interface, which is interface VLAN 1. Enter. IP address. You set the IP address. IP address 192.168.1.253. 253. Okay. And the subnet masks 25.255.255.0. Enter. And you no shutdown to enable the port, the interface VLAN 1. Okay. See? Change up, state up. Right. Why do you enter no shut command? This one to enable the interface VLAN 1. Okay. Also do this one to VLAN to the switch 2. Enable, config terminal interface int VLAN 1. Right. IP address 192.168.1.254 for the switch 2. 254. 255.255.255.0. H, no shut to enable the interface VLAN 1. Right. Configure switch 2 and the IP address. Right. Use the show IP interface brief command to display the IP address and status of all switch ports and interfaces. You can also use the show running config command. You can either use show IP interface brief. Sorry. Sorry. Show IP interface brief. So this is all the interface. Fast Ethernet 01 to Fast Ethernet 24. Since you connected Fast Ethernet 01, so it's up, and Fast Ethernet 02 is up, and also your VLAN 1 is up too. You can issue the same thing on show running config, as stated here. Right. Also check for switch 1 AMD and show IP interface brief. Also connected there with your fast Ethernet 01, fast Ethernet 02, and also your VLAN 1 is up. Right. Set. All good. Verify your connectivity. You can save your configuration, save configuration for switch 1 and switch 2, like copy run start. You issue on both switch. Okay. Click on PC 1 and then click on the desktop tab. Click on the right here. Ping the IP address for PC2. So what is the IP address for PC2? 1. It's the IP address for PC2.2, 192.168.1.2. Enter. See, it's reply from 192.168.1.2. So you connect it from PC1 to PC2 is okay. It's up. Right? Ping IP address for PC for switch 1. What's the IP address for PC1? IP address for PC1 is switch 1 is 253. So ping that. Okay, also successful. As you can see here, successful. Right. Also ping switch 2. The IP address for switch 2 is 254. 254. Also successful. See, it's reply from 254.254. Also, you can also ping the command on a switch CLI on PC2. All pings should be successful. If you first ping the result is 80, try again. It should be 100%. You will earn why a ping may sometimes fail, and first time later in your study, if you are unable to ping any of the devices, recheck your configuration for errors. I think this one is for the lab today. Thank you.